Welcome back to, this is episode 1 of the Late Bell Podcast, season 3.
We're back.
We're back.
Yeah. This is our first episode of season 3. This is our third year of doing the Late Bell Podcast. Some of us have been here for 2 years, some of us 1, 3, but yeah. So we're just gonna discuss and see how it goes.
Should we introduce each other?
Yeah.
Again?
You go ahead.
Well, I'm Andrew Diaz. You might have seen me last season for the first season of Game On Podcast in my sportscast, where I went to 11 Knick games last year. I don't know if I did all 11 for a podcast, but you could go check those out too. And yeah, what about anybody?
I'm Isaac Kohler. I was in most of the podcasts last year. I think all of them actually, and I was the graphic designer for most of the stuff.
I'm Antonio. I was also in most of the podcasts last year. I did run that one podcast along with Soham, Phoebe, and Kaya. And today we're just talking about the new year.
I'm Caitlin Mahoney. I'm in 8th grade. This is my third year in the media club. It's been a blast, so hopefully this year is as fun as it has been, which I know it will. Even better. So let's start off. Congratulations to Mets, Yankees, Guardians,
Dodgers.
and Dodgers fans for the NLCS and ALCS. We got a couple games tonight, so see how those go. Go Yankees. I don't know if any of you are Mets fans or Dodgers.
I'm neither.
I mean, if we're saying ew to teams, Mets,
Yeah, like
ew.
Guardians, ew, bro.
Yankees, better.
I want Mets-Yankees World Series, personally.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
every New Yorker wants that right now.
Yeah.
But
My
I've
team
been
got
a
eliminated, so I just want that.
I've been a Mets, Knicks, and Giants fan like forever, and I've seen the lows of the lows.
Yeah.
So this is great. Right now,
But-
this year and last year, a little bit of last year was great, and I want to congratulate Grimace. The Mets only were good. Only got there because of the Grimace
Grimace is
era,
carrying.
and then Severino brought in OMG, and then Iglesias made that song, and then we just started having fun and made the playoffs.
Now, personally, I don't follow sports, but what I've been taught, Yankees are good, Cowboys are good.
Cowboys are...
Cowboys,
what? Yeah.
What is that?
What do you mean Dallas?
I mean, maybe in like the 80s.
I like Dallas, but that's just.
I
a
still like them.
personal-
I still
Like,
think they're
You're a
good.
Cowboys fan?
Yeah.
Dak Prescott,
Oh,
bro. I can't say anything
I'm
about Dak
not
Prescott. I'm a
scared to
Daniel
admit it.
Jones fan.
I'm
so
not scared to admit it.
Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones was... he's not doing terrible this year.
he was decent
That's for
like when we
personal
went to the
reasons.
playoffs, but now he can't throw the deep ball. He can run really well, and he could throw checkdowns, I guess. But we need a new quarterback. That's for sure.
I'm personally... it's been a great, year playoff season for New York sports. We've had... the Knicks did pretty well earlier in the year. The Jets just got Devontae Adams, right? So that's a
Yeah.
good trade.
Yeah.
I'm personally a Bills fan, so I'm happy we got Amari Cooper this weekend, I think, or a couple days ago.
Buffalo Bills aren't my favorite team, but
Yeah.
they're definitely
They're
up
fun to
there.
watch.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch because Josh Allen, every play is a chaotic play, like
Yep.
The Bengals.
the Bengals.
Yeah, the Bengals are fun to watch
yeah.
too. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, it was depressing seeing the
I just
Giants
wanna-
lose to them.
I want to
Sure.
say something.
Yeah, what do you want to say?
You know how you said that you've seen the Giants' lows? They're only lows though, so I don't know what you're talking
Yo,
about.
bro.
Well, I
What are
don't
you
know about
yapping
that.
Four
in
Super Bowl championships?
yeah,
Okay.
Bro, you can't say that we're all lows.
I mean,
Well, recently you are.
the Giants are. They're really good when they have a good quarterback, but when they don't have good defense and stuff.
Are we not going to talk about Malik Neighbors? He
Yeah,
burnt
he's
he
great.
burnt Trayvon Diggs, and Trayvon Diggs say he gave him respect. But Daniel Jones can't throw the deep ball, so it doesn't work out.
Anyone else got anything to say about sports, or you want to move on?
Move
on.
on.
Move
All right.
on.
So, media club plans for this year. Go.
what
What do you want to do? You want to do podcasts?
Yeah, I want to
editing?
do podcasts. I want to help with graphic logos and
Maybe Isaac
editing.
can help you with that. Yeah.
I'm taking your job.
No, you're not.
Got some competition.
I
Fun to
can
watch.
help with editing, and I'm pretty much an all-rounder. But what I can't do is the audio. I just don't understand that.
It's hard. Right there, I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but
I did it once when we were talking college basketball during a game on thing, and Isaac went on instead of me because at the time I didn't know college basketball, and
I didn't know
I remember
either.
that he didn't know what
I didn't know what
he
I
didn't know
follow
what
basketball.
he didn't know that Iona was in New Rochelle, so
Oh.
it made it really
No,
I
it made
that.
it really
I didn't know they had a
Isaac,
college
how
basketball
dare
team.
it made a really iconic and funny moment. That's what I remember.
No, I didn't know it had I didn't know they had like. Oh, I knew they were in New Rochelle. I didn't know they were in like professional college basketball.
professional.
Oh.
Those two words are kind of like opposites. Professional college.
Uh,
Anyway, they did make it to March Madness in 2023, 2022. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both
They played
2023
UConn in the first round and they lost terribly.
And then
That was horrendous.
The year before that, they lost to Alabama in the first round.
Yeah, that when you're, last seed, you're not in the.
And the
If you make it there and you're not that good of a team, but like you made it there, you're lucky, but you're gonna lose to the first seed.
Wow, we
That
said
coach-
we're done with sports and then we
Yeah.
go right back.
Well, it's college sports.
Yeah.
that coach was just amazing. And when he left, he took all the players with him. So now I barely see them on TV anymore. That just
I don't really care for Iona. No offense to all the Ionians out there, but
Ionian.
Ionians.
Ionians.
I'm sure they're fun to watch, but I've never seen their game except for when they're playing UConn.
I've never seen their games on like TV or stuff, but I've seen it in person. I've seen one of their games in person.
They're televised when they're in
Yeah.
College sports
games.
are so entertaining. A lot of people think that it's just like some people learning how to play the game.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's entertaining to watch the talent that's going to go into the NFL.
This is like a hot take a little, but I'm not that big of a fan of college football as opposed to college basketball. I don't care for the NBA that much, but I like college basketball, and then I like the NFL, but not as much college football. It depends on the game always. I'm a Georgia fan, so Georgia versus Alabama, etc. But it's just like I feel like there's way too many teams that get televised.
Yeah, I feel like I like college football better than college basketball, but that's just me.
Yeah.
We're kind of running out of time, so we should
Oh,
probably
yeah.
move away
Move
from
away from-
sports
Yeah.
and not try to bring it back. Maybe this time to hockey now, but let's talk about like our.
I got
We weren't done with Plants for Media Club.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
It's up to
Because we went
Isaac.
to
Isaac's
basketball and how you didn't know how Iona was in New Rochelle. Plans for Media Club. I already said, so now it's Isaac's turn.
Isaac.
I was gonna say that I was gonna do a lot more graphic designing.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna try to be on every podcast.
Nice.
So my goals is to be on like every single sports podcast, just like last year. And I really enjoyed editing my podcasts or other podcasts last year, so I really liked that too. And the one time that I was behind the stand, behind the camera, it was kind of fun to like adjust the audio.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason that I went into this club was so it could be a start for how I'm going to be a sports announcer when I grow up. So yeah.
All right. I want to look into the sports stuff as well. Be on a couple podcasts, edit, film. Really, I'm down for whatever, graphic design, photography. I'd be fine with any of that stuff. So.
I'm sorry for going back to sports.
Oh, okay.
Andrew, we get it. You got a sports podcast, but like,
This isn't gonna be on. It's not gonna be
What-
on.
what
your
sport this time, hockey?
podcast. No. I just want to say one thing. I've already had like 5 tests, and it's
What?
What?
Andrew says we're going back to sports, and you're like tests.
No, let's
'cause
go
I'm
on
trying
to
drive
tests.
it away from them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah,
Who
tests.
has 5
getting
How about we
cut.
go back into how our year has been, the new year, right?
Yeah.
Not the new year, but the new year.
All right, I'll start. It's been interesting to adjust to 8th grade. Some of the classes are harder. Some of the work is harder, but yeah, it's been a good year so far. I like my teachers. I like my classes. So.
So for me, transitioning from 6th to 7th was a little bit was difficult because I feel like 6th grade is just a review of 5th grade a little bit. So I did really good, but here it's like more of a challenge. So
I just kind of want to add on to that. You probably think that like at the end of 6th grade that it was like a review of 5th, but you learned so much new stuff that like will help you in 7th and 8th grade. So, and you'll say the same for 7th. I mean, I've already used so much of the stuff I learned in 7th grade in my classes. So, Isaac, you want to go ahead?
I have multiple tests coming up, and I've already had multiple tests.
What classes?
Like all of them. Like math, science, ELA. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, what house are you in?
Illinois.
Okay, so you have Miss Bongo, right?
Yeah.
it's been a great year.
Belleville.
Yeah, and Miss Soik and Miss Smith. Although Miss Smith has been gone for a while.
Quick thing to say before we cut it off. It's been adjustment. I feel like 6th grade to 7th grade, you think it's going to be much harder, but really, like, it gets eased into, and, like, I agree with what you said. The stuff that you learned in 6th grade may have seemed like a review in 5th grade, but, like, I've already, like, realized, oh, wait, that, we learned that with, that also helps us with that, and it's like a chain reaction.
Yeah.
So we got to cut it off here, but there's going to be much more podcasts and even stay on the horizon for new podcasts coming.
Yep.
We have a lot more people on the team this year, and there's definitely going to be a lot more production.
And if you're seeing this, feel free to join. It's a great club. I've loved it all the 2 and whatever how many months it's been since the start of the year, but it's been great. Feel free to join. Have a good year.
If anybody
Don't forget to like and subscribe with notifications. And I cut you off by accident. What do you want to say?
If anybody would like to join the club, it's always okay. It's a fun experience for all of us, and
Always open.
It's great to see yourself on YouTube too. So
Not
yeah.
just YouTube. It's great to hang out with like new people and with the common interests.
Like I don't think I've ever been on a podcast with you.
Yeah, I don't think I've been on. Yeah, I don't think
That's
I've been
how
on
I
a
met him.
podcast with most
that's
of
how
you.
we
I
met
think
each
I've been
other.
on one with you, but
Yeah, that. But
Maybe.
anyways,
No,
don't
Isaac
forget
too.
to like, subscribe with notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
have a good year.
Bye.
Bye.
Smash that like button.
Bye.